Welcome back, everybody, to my platform. I hope that you guys are having a good day. Happy, well, whatever day it is. I guess it's a Thursday. So please make sure that you guys read as you come into the chat, read out everything written in the chat. Also, please make sure that you're familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being responsible for yourself, in control of yourself, basically responsible, and with any of the information being channeled, please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes gatekeeping and shadow banning of my content, and plagiarism and copywriting of it. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit, so don't steal messages from them. Also, no energy harvesting. Okay, now we're going to do the prayer. So I pray that the Most High God can be with us now. I would like to ask our spirit guides and our spiritual team of light and residents, any spiritual beings or, otherworldly beings that have to do with our spiritual journey, that they can be with us now, including Ashtar Command. All right. And then I would like to, and the archangels, I would specifically like to ask Archangel Michael to block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, God, I would like to ask that you continue to give me the full armor for protection and safety during my life's work and mission here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude, glory, and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. So yeah, you guys are about to go through a rebirth or resurrection. And this could also be something that's happening within your guides as well. Okay, somebody's spirit guides may be being resurrected. Why? Because I feel like you guys need protection from somebody that wants to betray y'all. Oh yeah, make sure that you guys like the live as you come in, okay? So let's see. I just heard our own emotions can betray us sometimes. You could be building like a psychic bridge with these guides, or there could be a psychic bridge with these guides. I'm getting the feeling that somebody feels really bored with life. I feel like that could be why they're trying to attack you, is because they're just bored. They have nothing else to do. This person is in the Nine of Swords. I don't think that they're going to be going through a rebirth. I think you are. And I feel like this Nine of Swords energy is them not being able to sleep at night because they've done people dirty. Okay, so I'm going to wait for you guys to get one like on the video before I pull any more cards. Okay, so one person just left. Thank you for leaving, because if you can't like the video, get the fuck out. But yeah. So I'm waiting for somebody to like the video so that I can start the reading. I don't know who keeps coming in here and then leaving, but yeah, I'm not going to pull any more cards until I have one like on the video. That like button lets me know that the messages are resonating. So when you guys don't tap that like button, I have no way of really knowing if the messages resonate with you guys. But yeah, that's how you let me know, is by tapping the like button. And if you're a hater, stay the fuck off my platform. If you can't do the common decency of liking the video while I'm giving you free fucking energy and free content, then get the fuck away from me and my platform. Straight up. I don't want to read for people that are that fucking lazy. It's one tap of your finger. And I don't feel no type of way about it. I can completely just turn this shit off and then go do something in my own life. I don't have to fucking be here. So whatever the 3 people that are hating ass motherfuckers that can't like the video, I want you guys to leave me alone. Go away. Straight up, I don't need subscribers that are ingrates and incapable of showing any type of decency or gratitude for what I'm doing. Because like I said, I don't have to. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. That shit pisses me off, but I'm not going to let it get to me because it's just not worth it. Those people harvesting my energy. I said specifically no energy harvesting. Anyways, whatever. God will deal with them. So this nine of swords is somebody else. That somebody woke up in a world of hurt. And I do feel like this is because you guys are about to go through some type of resurrection. You're going through a rebirth right now. I literally was seeing like somebody's spirit guides being pulled out of death, and then like resurrected. So maybe you have like underworld deities or something like that are coming back online. You've got some really heavy protection. This person is in the 9 of swords because of it. Happy Thursday, fashionista, and welcome in, Mia. Thank you for liking the video, you guys. But yeah, this is like also talking about that this person they're in a lot of fear. They're doubting themselves, and they know that something is going to happen to them. This person can't get out of bed. They can't walk. What they wanted for you is happening to them. Ooh, and what they wanted for you is not good. This person knows that they spent a lot of their time on this earth causing suffering and misery for other people without having any consequences, really, because this person was spoiled. And for my opinion, they were spoiled. Their parents never reprimanded them. Their teachers never reprimanded them. This person was raised by narcissists that really never put this person in their place. So again, this is probably the first time in their life that this person has ever, you're very welcome, you guys, that this person has ever been put in their place about you. And literally, I feel like that they've been an enemy for a long time. Could be somebody that you cut off, that you had a connection with in the past. This person's in anxiety. They're in worry. They're in fear. They can't sleep. They're being tormented. They're having nightmares. They're dreaming of you. And they're looking at this 10 of Pentacles that you have, and they're envious of that. They want that. That's what they've been trying to steal and destroy this entire time. And God's like, okay, so you want to take the stability away from my child so that you and your children can have that. And then God's like, okay, I'll give you a house to live in, but I'm not going to give you mental health. You want to steal that from my child? You want to use witchcraft to take from my child? Okay, you can have that, but you won't be taking my child's home, my child's 10 of Pentacles. You won't be stealing that. You can have a home, but you're not going to have health. You're not going to have happiness. You're not going to have wealth. You're not going to have love because of what you tried to do to my child. That's what God is saying. And this 10 of Pentacles energy has always been your energy. This was going to be insured to you no matter what you did in this life. There is always a home for you and a place for you because you have a purpose and a position. And that position is a role, and that role needs to be played by you. That's why we come down here in the first place, so that we can fulfill these things. And you're already on your path to your destiny. You're like in the middle of a rebirth and resurrection, and so are your spirit guides. And so, your spirit guides and ancestors have got this person like literally in the Nine of Swords crying over you. They doubt themselves. They feel sorry for themselves. This person is in major despair. Okay. They're really, and this person could be feeling very, very ill as well. So like I said, God's like, okay, I'll let you have that one thing that you were going to try to steal from my child, but you're not going to steal it from my child. And then everything else that you would want, you're not going to have. This person is like feeling like they made a big mistake. But again, they were warned many times, like to leave you and your destiny and fate alone. You know what I'm saying? They were told this by numerous people, and not just people, but this person received dreams about it to leave you alone. They received instant karma every time they attack you. It puts them in the Nine of Swords, instant karma. This person literally got every sign from the universe, every freaking angel number that would tell you to leave somebody else alone and focus on your own life. And instead of them doing that, they still wanted what was yours. They want your inheritance, whatever a gift or sum of money is. They want your contacts, like not like your eye contacts, but who you connect with. They want your influence and importance. This person literally might as well just say that they wanted your soul, basically. Oh, I'm sorry, God, I just wanted this person's soul. No. Okay, it's not meant for other humans to own other people's souls. And literally, you could have been, this person's a heartless bitch. You could have been a heartless bitch to this person many times. If this person was in my life, I'd have sent their ass to purgatory and then straight to hell right after that and not ever looked back. Because literally they've tried to take way too much from you. And I feel like they got so comfortable playing in your energy and energy harvesting you that they thought there would never be a consequence from what they're doing because they were never reprimanded for it. The justice system failed you. The court system failed you. The general common sense in human race has failed you. Everyone in this situation, the reason this person is in the Nine of Swords like this and keeps putting themselves there is because everyone around them failed to put them in their place. And if this person would have been put in their place and not been pushed up, people were backing up this person's bullshit. This person has no right to attack you spiritually or physically or stalk you or harass you or to try to block you from anything. You know what I mean? This person had no right to do that. They thought that they felt entitled to do that because they felt like their emotions were more important than your destiny. No, I'm sorry. This person is a narcissist. They were raised. Welcome in, Soul, Shrish, and Nurkurim. But yeah, I feel like this person is also trying to blind you. They don't want you seeing that they're suffering over you, and they don't want you seeing that they were the ones that were attacking you this entire time. If you went through any mental health struggle, this person was behind that shit. They're going through the same exact thing that you had to go through and heal from. So if you were healing from any type of mental health issue, and I'm not a doctor or anything, but I am getting that this person is going through the same exact thing, only times 10. They can't sleep. And why can't they sleep, everyone? Because welcome in, Girl Gone, because there is no rest for the wicked. Like I said, if I knew this person, I would have called judgment on their soul, put them up under a court case in the heavens, in the ethers with the Most High God, and I would have casted their ass into purgatory and then have them go to hell right after that. And so literally this person has tried to do, they wanted their soul. This person wanted to do shit with their soul that they don't even have permission to do. And then they wanted your soul and what comes with your soul, this 10 of Pentacles. You know, they wanted what you invest in and what you work on to come to again and to come to them. In what world is that ever going to happen? When you're over here doing actual work, working a job, doing physical actual work, why would your money go to this person? This person is entitled, they're annoying, they're childish, they're selfish. That this person going to hell would actually suit them. You know what I mean? Like, it would actually help them if this person went to hell. And I'm not like arguing to send them to hell, but I'm just speaking the truth about it. It would benefit this person to go to purgatory and hell and to learn to sit the fuck down and focus on themselves. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to cause suffering and worry and trauma for other people, this person has not even had a hard life. Everybody has like I'm hearing powdered this person's ass. I don't know what that means. But like this, everybody has supported this person in their bullshit for coming. And this I'm picking up on a masculine and a feminine energy. These people that are in the Nine of Swords, they perpetually come for people that they just come for people. Like they don't even, they have a method of spiritually attacking. Maybe it's some form of voodoo. Maybe it's some form of hoodoo, but they use that quite often to energy harvest. And they think that they've thought this entire time that they were stealing a 10 of Pentacles from you, and they weren't. God was allowing them to have a 10 of Pentacles because God's going to strip everything else away. This person is so focused on this 10 of Pentacles of yours that God is like, okay, you can have that. I'm going to make it your worst fucking nightmare. You're going to have a 10 of Pentacles. You're going to live around people that despise you and hate you. You're going to be rejected by everyone else. Like literally, when you cry out to the gods, the ancestors, the angels, and the spirit guides, nothing is going to answer you. You have no protection because of what you tried to strip this other person's protection and home from them. You have no protection now. And now you're like, this person is facing judgment, serious judgment where and this is why they're being forced to sit down. They're perpetual bullies. Exactly it. God is forcing that. Has been so patient with these people, allowing them to attack you so that you could learn how to defend yourself. But God was never going to allow this person's real plot to play out in your life. There's a no. And there's also other beings like endless and other type of beings that would never allow this shit to play out because it's unjust and it goes against spiritual law, point blank, period. So yeah, Soul Shrish, make sure that you read what's in the description box below. I only answer people's personal questions if you send me a $20 super chat, and then I'll pause the collective reading and answer that. But yeah, these people are basically suffering because nobody ever put them in their place. And you could be dealing with one, you could be dealing with a female, or you could be dealing with a male. I don't feel like these people are connected. I feel like they're two separate entities in themselves. They're extremely guilty, though. This is a big Judas-like energy to me. Like, I feel the energy of Judas present with this person. Not that they're an incarnation of Judas, but they have that type of energy with them, that they're, an ultimate betrayer. Yeah, this person is in bed sick because they tried to make you sick. They're having to walk away in this 8 of Cups, disappointed, dissatisfied, unhappy. They're tired of their current life and situation. Like I said, these people are bored. That's why they attack people, because they're bored. What I just say about being dissatisfied, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. Yeah, these people are bored. Look at how dissatisfied this person is looking towards that cup. Like, what the hell? This person should be glad that the universe offers them anything at all, other than death and suffering, because literally those are energies that are coming to this person. Also, their focus on material possessions, and specifically your material possessions, has gotten out of control. That's why you're having a complete rebirth. You're getting ready to spread your wings, and this person is literally like seeing you rise up against everything that they've done, and they're scared. Because I also feel like this person's extremely self-absorbed. They were trying to set you up in some type of way. They wanted you guys to go to jail over something that you haven't done. And like I said, everything that this person, they want me to shut up. No, fuck you. You shut up. This person, I feel like maybe some of these people watch my platform or something. Because why do I get that backbite of like dumbass spirit energy telling me to shut up? Like, no, I'm not going to fucking shut up. Like, God is telling me to read the energy, so I cannot shut up. You realize that the Most High God has already commanded me to read this energy. And again, if these people were not committing crimes and doing all of this dumb shit, they wouldn't come up in my energy, and and if they weren't messing with you guys, they would not come up in the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not specifically pulling on these people. I don't know who they are, and I don't give a fuck about them, to be honest. Like I said, I would discard them. I would send them to purgatory or to hell and let the spirits deal with it. Because this person has caused a lot of emotional upheaval. They've caused a lot of, emotional exhaustion in others with trying to tug on people's heartstrings. I feel like they've tried to manipulate your guys' heart space. And yeah, I just am not having it with this person. I think that they really need to grow up. This person needs to have some type of near-death experience or something so that they can go through a spiritual awakening and come back to God, because God is tired of waiting on this person, to basically change their ways. It's not that they have to turn into a great person, but like literally they just have to stop attacking you. If this person would just mind their own business instead of trying to mind your business, then things would be okay. But this person perpetually is trying to mind your business for you, and you don't need help with your business. You've got this. God's got you. This person's trying to interfere with God's plan, and that's dangerous. Confirmation. It's extremely dangerous. That's why they're in the position that they're in, and God is going to show no mercy to them. They were trying to literally manipulate you over material objects and possessions. This person feels like if they can't have what you have, you shouldn't be able to have it. No, that's not how the world works, sweetie. I don't know what your mother told you. If your mom didn't tell you what goes around comes around, then she was a piece of shit parent, because what goes around comes around. And this person wanted to steal a 10 of Pentacles from you. They wanted to steal a body of work from you. Then they wanted to set you up and frame you with some crime so that you would go into jail and never be heard from again. And then they could live your life uninterrupted by your presence. What? Like what? That's what this person was planning to do. Become you and live your life for you. That's why they're up under this heavy ass judgment. And not only that, this person goes through personalities like it's going out of style. They're also in the Tower and the 10 of Swords. We're going to talk about all three of those cards being right next to one another and what that means. So when you see the Judgment, the Tower, so the Judgment card is the Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. All of these dead spirits that you see in that picture are rising from the dead because this person has used witchcraft to unalive a few people. So those spirits will be rising from the dead and they'll literally come back to this person and probably push them down the stairs, bite them, scratch them, drag them to hell. I'm not even kidding. Spirits can literally do shit like that when Archangel Gabriel resurrects the dead. That's the dead souls that were unalived, that never got justice. That's why Judgment Day is Judgment Day. That's what this is representing, the Judgment card. Now, the Tower, this judgment is putting this person in a tower, which is they were abusing their power. If they weren't abusing their power, their abilities, their gifts, their whatever, they would not have been in the damn tower in the first place. If they weren't abusing their power and abilities, they would not be in the tower. Okay. So it's like overall chaos and sudden crisis, misery, despair, all of that. Natural disasters, grief over broken relationships, all aspects of this person's life are open to disaster. And then the 10 of Swords is the ultimate betrayal. This could be a voodoo doll. that they made of you, and it's not working. Like I mentioned at the beginning, there was something to do with voodoo here. But this bottoming out trouble is on the way. Thinking like a victim, a martyr will only keep your life in a downward spiral. This person feels like you having a 10 of Pentacles is victimizing them. That's kind of strange considering you've never attacked this person. All they've been doing is attacking you. So yeah, their plans and projects are in jeopardy because they were based on destroying you and not building themselves back up. Exactly. Sad that they never. Well, the thing is, you know, you're getting justice now. Everybody has had it with this person. They're like, this person talks so much shit about you that the people around them are like, okay, if you mention this other person collective's name ever again, like, we're going to walk away from you for real. You need to stop talking about them and stop obsessing over their energy. I was thinking about the energy of obsession yesterday and how a lot of people obsess, and I don't know what it is, but it's an energy where people completely obsess. They overthink things, overanalyze, overdo shit. It's like this person did too much. You know, like literally, they're experiencing the side effects of this voodoo doll that they were trying to use on you. That's crazy. You still are over here with an Ace of Wands, though. I can see from the universe, anything is possible. It's a good time to begin a new project. Personal power and intellect is at a high point, which is true. Tap into your creativity, high energy and enthusiasm. Good time to start a family. Fertility is assured. This person was trying to work against you having a family as well. They were trying to make you infertile by using witchcraft. Somebody was trying to gain access to like either your womb or your sperm, something like that. Okay. So that they could stop you guys from creating more children. That's crazy. So this is just showing you that you're protected from all of that. Oh my God, you literally said that you thought somebody has a voodoo doll on you the other day. Yeah, this is definitely confirmation, because when I saw this, I immediately saw a voodoo doll. I was like, this person has been stabbing this voodoo doll in the head, in the eyes, in the left knee, in the stomach, like the abdomen, in the back, like all over, just in the ears, everything. So yeah, if you were feeling pinpricks and sharp pains and or headaches that don't go away, it was this person's voodoo doll. And that's one reason why they're suffering so bad right now, because this voodoo has been reversed back on them somehow. And it could have been, maybe you prayed. You could have literally been like, said and spoken out loud that you thought that there was a voodoo doll, and boom, your angels and guides started working on it right then and there. Yeah. People are like truly, I mean, it's not all people, but it is some people that are like this. And then there's people that are not, that are, you know, normal. This King of Swords just came out. Now all my cards are in the upright. This one flew out and it landed in the reverse. So this is who we're talking about here. This signifies somebody that's over. It's a King of Swords in the reverse. Okay. What we know about the King of Swords, we know that the King of Swords is sadistic and manipulative. They're cruel and self-centered. They plot against you. We also know that they like to cause suffering and trouble. This person looks only out for his own actions and interests. Watch out for this person's actions. This person conceals their emotions. This could be a Scorpio or a Cancer or a Capricorn or a Gemini. Yeah. They're very intelligent but dangerous man that's plotting against you. So again, this person sucks. They're like a vampire. And they see you over here about to create something brand new, and they're upset because they're not having an upgrade or a rebirth. Good. You've been reporting them all to God. Good. Good. Yeah. I mean, literally, there's also a Knight of Cups that wants to bring you some type of love offer, but it's on the behest of this King of Swords. And I do feel like this Knight of Cups has bad energy. Even though they didn't come out in the reverse, they're just not a stable individual. I feel like this could be a hitman, to be quite honest, this Knight of Cups energy. And then why is it we find out that like there's probably a female energy behind this also, but why is it that it's like seems to be groups of men coming for like one woman, yeah, Virgo, coming for like one woman or like one man. Like it's weird when you have to team up in groups and groups of people to come for one person. Maybe you should leave that person alone, like literally. This gives me big like pitchforks showing up your house with pitchforks. And again, if you're a divine feminine and you rejected this Knight of Cups, they have gone to this King of Swords who might work in the justice system and tried to get you arrested because you rejected them. You know, literally this person tried to get you fucking put in jail because you don't want to suck their D or do anything else. And if this is an LGBTQ plus situation, it still doesn't make it okay for this person to try to, you know, make an offer to you and then attack you because you rejected them. People are petty. See, you're this high priestess energy, regardless of your gender. The high priestess is a very intuitive, very intelligent, very mysterious, mystical, psychic, spiritual individual who has already gone through a lot of life lessons and has made it throughout the other side of a lot of initiations. So the high priestess is not somebody to be played with. This person thought that they were going to bypass, stupid bullies. They thought that they were going to bypass your spiritual gifts and abilities and get one over on you. And no, they're not. I feel like these people are being watched. They're being watched by other beings, and they're also being watched by your spirit guides and the ancestors and the Most High God. Like God's got his hand on you, but these people are being watched by the eyes of God. And there's angels that have already been dispatched to cut these people's lives very short. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. This person also tried to like manipulate or bind some type of deity, and they were unsuccessful at this. And so this deity is just running free now. That's crazy. What'd I just say? The devil, they summoned up some type of shit, literally. Okay. And this thing, they were not able to control it. They're not magicians. God. These people are freaking stupid. You know what this is reminding me of? If you guys have seen the Sandman series, the Sandman gets locked away and imprisoned in by a human that's so retarded that was actually trying to summon death, but got the god of dreams instead. This is like that type of shit. Like this is when you go try to summon one thing and something else. You just finished watching that last night. Yeah, you go try to summon one shit and something else shows up instead. And you're like, well, what the fuck? These people are giving me the energy of those people. Like just straight up dumb and retarded. I don't know if they were trying to use the Book of Solomon or what book they were trying to use, but this was a stupid idea. The fact that they thought that them operating in the energy of the devil, if you're the devil, how are you going to overcome the devil? That would cause this person to have to do some type of shadow work or self-reflection, and they're just not willing to do that. This person wants to project everything onto you because they feel like you're the reason that they are not succeeding, because you won't lay down and die. You just won't lay down and give this weirdo mofo your energy and your life force. Like what do these people understand? When I say this shit, do they understand how it sounds? Because it sounds Looney Tunes to me. It's just really, really ridiculous. I also heard that this King of Swords has been trying to get you for a minute. I don't know why. I feel like somebody wants to extort you for something that you do for work. Could be maybe they just don't want you to do any more light work. I don't know. This is a community, or they're tied to a community that you no longer belong in. And so if you do have people that are gang stalking you in your community, dream, destiny, despair, destruction, desire, destruction, and delirium. Yeah. But there's actually more in real life. There's a lot more endless than just those. Like I was just saying, obsession is one. But yeah, foresight is one. There's like a whole bunch of them. So this Page of Cups energy coming to you on some superficial shit with a codfish, this is like people telling you that joining the Illuminati or becoming a Luciferian is going to help you. Okay, so it's not. I don't think becoming any type of anything is going to help you. I think being yourself is going to help you the most. This Page of Cups person is extremely materialistic and vindictive. They're very much jaded, and just like how these people were never put in their place by their parents or whatever, also this Page of Cups child that they have, that's a demonic seed, that's a demonic entity walking this earth pretending to be a human, pretending to be these people's children. That person is very superficial. They're very much into worshiping their daddy Satan, Mr. Ashatan El Diablo motherfucker over here. So yeah, they're definitely connected. They're very much into like clothing, I don't know, like weird stuff, like cars, just superficial stuff, technology, stuff like that. But they're also into hurting and harming people, which is, again, Mr. El Diablo over here. That it's that type of influence. This person's extremely sexually manipulated as well. Yes, exactly. Creative work is just from the creative force, because there's also love, growth, and all these other endless energies that don't get talked about in the series, but they should be talked about because they are real entities. The thing is that this person has so much demonic energy flowing through their bloodline that I don't think that they're ever going to get a chance to get out of this Luciferian lifestyle. And again, I'm seeing a lot of like Eyes Wide Shut, really weird ass like parties where people dress up like Mr. Shaitan over here, and they dress up in weird costumes and like do a bunch of weird shit with each other. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if these people tried to invite you to become a part of their group, or if they just look at you as like a sacrifice because they see that your high priestess ability outranks them in their demonic abilities. I would literally call these people principalities. There's the demon Renove that's over this Knight of Cups. And Renove has to do with love relationships. So again, making dumb love offers to people. Again, all of these people are connected to karmic women. So even if they are on the down low or whatever, they're still connected to a bunch of karmic women that haven't even showed up here yet. And again, with the devil card, these people that at the bottom have to cover up their bodies, but they're chained to the devil. Chained to the devil. Which means no escapo. No escapo without God, okay? No escaping without God's help. And literally, you could pray for this person. Maybe that would help a little bit. But again, this person has to contend with, these people, they have to contend with the fact that your ancestors have shut them down indefinitely. You're over here in the 10 of Cups, in your wish fulfillment, entering into a time of peace and contentment with supportive family, great friends, a special love relationship, commitments that are made are kept, possible forgiveness and reconciliation, not with these people, obviously, but, with your own life, because these people were causing a lot of turmoil in your life that didn't need to exist. I mean, it did make you stronger, so God allowed it. But besides that, there's no point to it now because you have already learned the lesson that you just don't, and again, these people take it personal, like you just rejected them. You rejected these people because your intuition went off about them, that they're not, something ain't right with them. And also when God is your mentor, you don't need anybody in the physical realm to mentor you. I mean, we can all help, but like God is the greatest teacher. And so I think that people should be looking to the Most High for every answer and going within themselves to access the Most High and building up a personal relationship with the Holy Spirit. Page of Wands. Somebody sees your children as being very, very lucky and like very, very fortunate. And they also see, and again, this was about children that are not even born yet, because these people are trying to keep this child from coming into existence because it's going to be a Christ consciousness child or a Shiva consciousness child. It's going to be something that's very high vibrational. And I also feel and believe that, you know, I'm starting to believe that this person has no self-awareness, because like God has sent these people so many signs to leave you guys alone. Yeah, your intuition never fails you. That's why, you know, it's so important to listen to your intuition, because it's never going to let you down. And God has given these people so many opportunities to turn it around, to dismiss Mr. Shaitan over here and all that. And they still have wanted to push their demonic bloodline and push their demonic agenda on everybody else, which is kind of not fair. You know what I mean? Okay, Mission English, read what I've typed in the chat, okay? They ignore every sign and keep doing what they do now. Yeah, it's like these people, and they were told to learn another way. The magic that they're doing, these people are not successful. Like I said, it gives me that thing from the Sandman where they were trying to summon death, and then they got a different deity. Like, this is what happens when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. and you don't have the means to keep up this magic that they've been performing. They don't have the means to keep it up. I also feel like they were trying to manipulate the justice system into working against you, and the justice system did a full investigation on you, and you're not guilty of anything. So whatever they were trying to say that you were a part of, you're not. I also feel like these people hold the energy of the Antichrist. They're trying to do something with whatever they're summoning. They're trying to create an Antichrist. And it's a fuck no. Okay. I killed the Antichrist spirit years ago. It doesn't need to be resurrected. The only thing that will be resurrected is your life, basically. And this Page of Wands energy, this is a child you either have, or it's one that you're going to have. But they're a nature lover, or they're going to love animals. They're going to be very empathetic and sympathetic and very kind and very sweet and very soft and very sensitive and very gentle people. Where this Page of Cups, again, is the exact opposite. This person like curb stomps kittens out. Just like this person likes to hurt and torment things. I mean, everybody has the thing that's something that they like to do. Reptilians like to watch humans torture themselves and torture each other. But like, this is like on some other level type shit. They want you to self-sabotage, and you're not going to do that. You're not giving up your home. You're not giving up your happiness. You're not giving up, not the kitties, exactly. You're not giving up this brilliant child. And even if this is like a spiritual baby, these people have tried to stop that from coming into existence, which is totally not their business. If God is giving you a new earth and a new way of living, then I would be very grateful of that. See, the thing about Adam and Eve that strikes me is the fact that even after they betrayed God and ate the fruit from the garden, they were given another chance at life, but it was out. They were kicked out of the middle of the earth. They were kicked out of inner earth to the outside of it. And so the outside of it was more hostile, but like, they were very ungrateful for their lives. In fact, there's this one gospel that's not in the Bible that they didn't allow. And it's like the gospel of Adam and Eve. And it talks about how Adam is so distraught after being kicked out of the garden, because now he has to he face hunger and shit like that, where in the garden, his needs were completely met. And so like, he like beats on his chest so hard that his heart stops numerous times, and God resurrects him numerous times. And then he does it again and blames Eve, and they separate for like 100 years. Anyways, real interesting stuff. But yeah, Like how, even though they were still given life and still allowed to exist, and they were told not to procreate, and that's exactly what they did. Literally, they were still given another life, and they were completely ungrateful for it, and were trying to consistently whining and crying to God about their situation because they were no longer in the Garden of Eden where their needs were all met. And so basically, yeah, they and you know, God didn't even say to them, wow, you're still ungrateful. I've given you this fig. You can eat the fig, plant the seed, and the tree, I will make the tree mature overnight so you have a food source. I know that figs are not the best thing, but yeah, exactly. Adam was a pampered princess in a way, and blamed everything on Eve, even though he willingly engaged in, if it was a sexual act, whatever it was. Okay, they ate the fruit and had sex. I'm pretty sure it was some type of hallucinogen or something like that that made them see themselves that they were naked. Maybe they didn't even notice because they were so connected to God, or the Garden of Eden was just so comfortable. But the outside of it, not so much. You know, these people are being given another chance at life, and they're like being very ungrateful for that. And so it's reminding me of that. There's looking at this success and public recognition and fame that you're getting, and they're like sick over it, literally sick over it. Because this person, whatever magic they were doing, they were willing to sacrifice themselves if they could sacrifice you. And the devil, Mr. Shaitan, said, oh, yeah, of course I can do that for you. No, it can't. It absolutely cannot touch you. But, you know, this Nine of Swords energy, that doesn't mean the devil can't touch the people around you, though, you know, depending on what they believe in and where they're at in their spiritual journey and being awakened and everything. But this is definitely about your light work, what you do, what you work on, your Eight of Pentacles. You know, you've worked very hard to get this abundance, and there's nobody that's going to be able to take it away from you. Okay. And this abundance could be you getting your energy back, you know, literally from these people who have been energy harvesting off of you for a long time to try to upkeep this devil magic going. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, they are so stupid. They are so stupid. And they are always, you know, it's like, these are the type of men that I don't want to even call them men. They're masculine energies. They're the type of masculine energies that blame a woman, an empress, for everything. Everything that's fucked up in their lives, they're blame. Like, these people have mommy issues, they have daddy issues. They blame everything on the female aspect. And I don't think that the female aspect is responsible for everything that's going on in their life. You know what I mean? To be quite honest, you holding divine feminine energy, being a nurturing mother and a good person. And the Empress is also somebody that's pregnant. So again, part of your destiny could be creating a spiritual baby, a new earth to live in. See, these people are in the Six of Cups in the reversed, which means that they've lost sight of the future because they're dwelling on the past, and they're stuck in the past and why they didn't succeed. There's a Queen of Swords in the reverse, and this person's a female, a perfectionist. She conceals her true emotions, vicious gossip, betrayal, not a true friend. She says what she thinks people wants to hear. She is envious of you. Do not trust this woman. She causes problems for you. And then they have no, you know, this Two of Wands in the reverse says, it literally says, a good beginning turns against them. Bad luck. Their dream is doomed. It's lost in a crowded marketplace, are not well received. Ideas were not original enough or authentic enough. And the timing was off. Bad initial planning was to blame, because this was a horrible idea from the beginning. But, you know, like I said, their new beginning that God has given them turns against them because they're ungrateful for it. And this Three of Cups harvest and popularity that you're gaining is going to continue. You're going to continue to gain more followers, more viewers, whatever it is, like more supporters, people that actually understand you. It says team spirit is at work in leisure activities. You could be playing like pickleball. You could be getting into being more active. I really support that. I support anything that you guys choose to do with your destiny. That's for the greatest good, because these people did have a destiny, but they decided that they wanted to engage with the devil to change their destiny because they saw your destiny as being greater than theirs. I don't think anybody's destiny is greater than anybody else's. I think that they're all just different. You know what I mean? The Ace of Pentacles. So these people were wanting your Ace of Pentacles. Again, this is your pennies come from heaven. This is the garden and the gate. You were never kicked out of the Garden of Eden. That's why your life, is meant to be easy. Your guys' lives were supposed to be easy. It's because of these people, and the circumstances that they've tried to put you in that have caused things to be more difficult. But God allowed it so that your skin could thicken, so you could become a stronger person, so that you could know how to fight these people off and know how to stand up for yourself, so that you could be of inspiration and of help to other people. And so that you could go through this experience and then heal and then help others to go through the same thing. And that's doing the work of the Most High. Absolutely taking care of yourself first. You guys have to remember that it's kind of like in the airplane when like it's kind of like, what is it, what they say? Oh, that you got to take down that mask, put it on yourself first, and then put it on your child. Because if you take it down and put it on your child first, and if it's like you're plummeting or whatever, you could pass out from the oxygen or whatever. So yeah. And I don't know who Fresh from a Nap is. You're not getting out of putting on a show for years trying to go force us to see you as cute and smart. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to somebody else, but I hope to God that you are talking to somebody else. Exactly. That's exactly why you guys are here, to take care of yourself and then everyone else that comes to you. Because again, we all are put in different places at different times to help different people. And so sometimes we'll attract people in that are going through something similar to what we've gone through, so that we can help guide them out of it. And that's kind of that's the whole point of life. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. So again, somebody worked really hard at trying to take you down. Somebody worked really hard at this. And that's why their new beginning is turning against them, because God offered them a new way of life, but they didn't want to stop with the black magic. And they didn't want to stop with the slander and all that crap. And with being completely superficial and only like surface, like skin. I don't even know what skin deep means. So I just want to say superficial, because this, Page of Cups energy is very materialistic, very superficial energy. This Nine of Cups is you getting your wishes fulfilled. And these people are very envious of that, but they also see that a deepest desire that you've had has been granted. So it also talks about a problem being solved, satisfying sexual relationships and emotional peace. So again, this Nine of Cups energy is something that you wished for. You wished to be abundant. You wished to be in your purpose. And so that's what's coming in to alignment for you. This also talks about the improvement of your physical fitness. And I was talking about that you guys could be like starting a new regimen of working out. Maybe you guys are like drinking smoothies. Maybe you're eating protein bars. You could be doing something to help your diet and your exercise. And you could be even just drinking more water. And again, remember you guys, when we're in the hot parts of the year, to just drink water, drink Gatorade also, or take some type of electrolyte. Again, we can get electrolytes into our system through eating fruit. And so that's one way. But I would say, especially if you guys are experiencing any type of headaches, sometimes for me, if I'm having a headache or something, I'll go take like a Tylenol, and then I'll drink some Gatorade and literally some water right after the Gatorade, and it seems to go straight to the pain and like remove it. So I feel like sometimes we could be, experiencing maybe dehydration or yeah, it could be dehydration or just not having enough electrolytes in our system. And again, we want to do everything to keep our bodies clean and pure so that our auras can be clean and pure and high vibrational. Because that's really important. It's a lot harder for any type of curse energy to affect you, for any type of black magic, evil eye, all that stuff. It's a lot more difficult for the negative things to attach into your aura or like get into your energy field when your energy is high vibrational, because it just doesn't match. So I'm getting rid of this bully. Give me 1 second. I don't get good energy from them. Hide them. Okay, good. They're gone. So yeah. I don't know what in the hell is wrong with people nowadays. Like who the fuck just comes in and says shit like that? It's just like gotta be, that person has to be one of these people. And they just are unhappy to hear that their that their new beginning that they tried to get off of your suffering is not going to offer them anything good, and that everything that they work towards, putting you in jail and getting you confined and having people look at you a different way, has all been not successful. You're still being supported by a community and you're loved by God, and there's nothing anybody can ever say to you or to anybody else that is going to make God not love you. Like, I don't care what these people think and say. They're not important. Like I said, I send that person to the pits of hell till they, acknowledge. These people need to go to hell so that they can acknowledge what the heck they're doing is wrong and then make a change. You know what I mean? These people will never change because they're all narcissistic, surrounded by more narcissists that all support their narcissism. So that's why this situation hasn't changed. They're cowards is what they are. You're right. The Four of Wands, this creative goal and project that you're working on is going to come to success. You're going to celebrate with others. You're going to be here to reap a wonderful harvest. You're going to be very popular. Everything that these people said that you couldn't have, you're going to have, because you're working for it. Like, it's not like you're just sitting on your ass not doing anything. You're actually working for it. So remember to reward yourself. If it's getting yourself an ice cream every once in a while, do the things that make you feel good, and just do them because they make you feel good. That's going to raise your vibration. When we the reason that companies and shit, how a supervisor or a, like, what are they called? Boss type energy. It's like they energy harvest off of their employers, basically. They energy harvest off of their employees. So it's like, all of that energy harvesting, they try to keep people in a low frequency by forcing them to do things that they don't want to do from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or whatever every day. And by forcing people to do a bunch of shit that they don't want to do, it lowers their vibration and it makes it easier for them to energy harvest off of them. And that's what employers do. Like, it's basically a spiritual contract. So yeah. And remember, you guys, if you work for companies, that human resources does not exist to protect you as a worker. It exists to protect that company from you as a worker. So if you go to with your problem to HR, then they may look at you and look at the problem and say like, okay, we're just going to let you go because we need to protect the interests of this company. They're not actually there to protect you. And so people get that really twisted in their minds, and they don't realize that that's what's actually happening. See, you're the true magician here. You're the true alchemist. You're the true person that, you know, like people like you because you're your authentic self. Also, you have the ability to transmute energy, and you have returned these people's energy back to them many times over. You could have been saying a prayer. You could have been asking God for help. God has intervened on a lot of stuff when it comes to what these people were trying to do, literally. And just how that person came in the chat and was being really unkind and mean and cruel to me, like literally, that take a nap motherfucker, you're going to have people like that God allows to come to you to test you to see if you're going to react in a way that will basically lower your vibration. So you will be tested, but again, you're going to know it's a setup, just like I knew with that person. Like I could have left the comment there. I would have felt kind of weird. I still felt like they were projecting a bad energy. And so I just removed them. So sometimes it's better to just remove people from your life. It's like, so you can actually go through, yes, that's exactly it. It's why it's called human resource, not human welfare. I totally agree with that. Oh, they do still have you in vertigo and with the suffering and itching. Wow. And still influencing your girlfriend to keep you from. Okay. So remember to pray Psalm 91. Psalm 91 will take care of all of that. But you are dealing with, like I was saying, somebody was using a voodoo doll. And they're pissed off that this voodoo doll and that their words and all the shit that they say, that it never matters, literally. Somebody is like not aware of the goodness that you do for the world and the goodness that I do for the world. People that come up to bully us, they don't realize that we have resurrected dead gods, that we have brought back to life things that were ended in a very bad way, that we've healed generational curses and broken generational curses off of our families. They don't understand that we've given rebirth to the sun. They don't understand that we've sustained the damn earth itself, with the Most High God working through us. And so they're never going to understand our door to value, but they can sense it. It's something that they can tangibly feel, but they're never going to truly understand it because they don't hold the same thing. These people, in their mind, what they value is your 10 of Pentacles and the things of the material world. These people don't want you being of influence and importance. They want you being silenced forever, because truth tellers are people that break other people out of generational curses. By hearing the truth, you can actually like heal a subject in your life. Thank you. You guys do good too. It's like you can literally heal a situation in your life that was affecting you, and then that will heal the world. And people literally just don't see that. And so it's like, it's not your fault that these people are up under the moon doing witchcraft. That's never going to be your fault. The fact what these people do is what they're doing because they're triggered by your light. Your light irritates these people's demonic souls, and they wanted to trade your soul in for monetary success. These people are experiencing so much. Yes, I will pray for you. I will pray for you. In fact, I pray for you right now. And I send Archangel Michael to you and your girlfriend, because your girlfriend's under so much spiritual manipulation, Kiwi Kid. I can feel it. It's crazy. Yeah, they're just mad. They're just mad because they don't have the gifts. But these people, if they were given gifts and abilities, again, these people were given a new start. So that's technically a gift. But like they didn't want that. They were very unappreciative of it. And I do feel like, these people's friends and family members are in danger because of the energy that they've sent out. And they are so jealous. It's like literally like these people feel like they're in control. They want to play God in your reality, and they're not God. Like they feel like they're in control of what what happens, but they're not. They can control what they send out to a certain degree, but they can't control how it comes back. And whoever they were, trying to involve, they were doing moon magic on people in the justice system to get them to do something unjust. And that was always going to backfire. 9 of Pentacles. And this is why, because when people see you being single, self-sufficient, or just able to take care of yourself or able to support yourself, they feel a type of way about it. And then they want to end that, because they don't have that. These people are very codependent on substances. These people need therapists, but instead of going to therapy, they go to their substance dealer and get substances instead. These people are very codependent on each other. They're needy and they're greedy and they're weak. They're febrile. They're in the 5 of Pentacles, though. All of this moon magic of trying to get you thrown out of where you live and casted away by the community has backfired on them, literally. Now they're facing poverty and homelessness. And again, the 5 of Wands, because these people have done so many bad things. Like I said, they were never reprimanded. They've done so many bad things to compete with other people for shit. Like, this person wants to have the same exact material possessions that you have. And I think that is bizarre and weird. I don't think that type of behavior is normal. And I feel like these people have been able to get away with it for so long because the people that they've come for in the past were engaging in low vibrational activities. And so that's why these people were able to actually use this moon magic to take somebody out. But when they came for you, that's a whole different story. Yeah, instead of solving their issues, they go to a coven and plot potions. Exactly. They feel like casting more spells on top of the spells that have already backfired is what's going to be to fix it. And it's never going to be witchcraft. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. Witchcraft is not the solution. It's not the key. And it's not the answer. And there is no witchcraft other than using herbs to heal. If you even consider that to be witchcraft, which I just consider that to be healers. But like, there is no, if any type of baneful magic where it's taking from somebody, stopping someone, interfering with their life, these people don't understand that when they do a spell, they don't know how that spell is going to turn out. Like, they could be asking for money and that money could come to them, but they could get it through losing a loved one. Like, they wanted this money. Okay. They didn't ask how the money was supposed to come in. They didn't even put that into the intention. They just said that they wanted this amount of money or whatever. And so then here goes a family member dying because of the spell that they did. You know what I mean? Witchcraft is supposed to be used to heal and help others. I agree with that. I agree with voodoo as well. Voodoo is also supposed to be used to help people. And there is white magic voodoo. I've practiced it before when I had to remove the black magic voodoo. You just go to like the opposite, the gods, the ones that are positive. But yeah, these people have stepped out of their lane in life in general. And this is literally causing you to go through a rebirth right now and a resurrection. This star energy that they were trying to siphon and steal from you, they're not having access to that. You're still going to be talented. You're still going to be beautiful. You're still going to be loved. You're still going to be cherished. You're still going to be a happy person. These people don't have the authority to tell you that you can't be a star. I don't care who they are. And you don't have to join a cult, a coven, or worship the devil to have this natural star energy that you have. Yeah. And the thing is like, if you guys, like Kiwi Kid, if you didn't go through being oppressed, and you wouldn't know how to help other people get out from being oppressed, specifically your girlfriend, because she's under heavy spell work. I don't know who in her family is doing this witchcraft on her, but it's heavy. Like, it's crazy. That's completely crazy to me. People, when they do spell work on their own bloodline, people don't realize that they're cursing themselves, because it's like they're cursing their bloodline, which means they're cursing themselves. That's like the stupidest thing you could do, is try to do energy manipulation on your own bloodline. The star and the sun, you guys, yeah, you're the light of the world, a beacon of hope to help others find their way back home to the God that exists within. That is what your purpose serves. And you guys are going to do that through many different avenues and many different ways of creating things. This sun energy is like saying, whatever you dream with the star, whatever your dreams for the future will come true. Whatever you're dreaming of, the sun is ready to just help that grow. And so, you're going to water it. You're also healing your inner child, which is going to help you, because these people are trying to find out specific things about you so that they can target your inner child and keep you in a cycle so that they can oppress you. And literally, these people have not done any healing. Like, literally, and you have not retaliated against this person and their manipulation and their attempts to do witchcraft on you. And I feel like that was the best thing that you could have done, because it's going to cause these people to have a reckoning with the Most High God, because God was basically wanting to see if you were going to do revenge on them, or if you were going to resort to stooping down to their level and doing witchcraft back on them, which doing a return to sender prayer or candle or whatever is not witchcraft. Or a reversal. That's just removing shit that's not yours. We all have the authority in our lives to say, okay, I will accept this energy. That's my energy because I know my energy. And then all of this other energy that's not mine, I want that to go back or transmuted or whatever, because transmuted into something better, because I don't accept that energy because it's not mine. And so, like, literally, you guys are calling your power back. You're standing in your own energy. You're standing in the star power. You're tapping into your abilities and your strengths. You guys are being guided spiritually down the right path, in the name of God. You are being guided towards the light. And so this whole dark night of the soul that these people have tried to put you in, that's what they do, is they keep trying to put you back there, not understanding that you have already survived the dark night of the soul. You came out figuring out your purpose. So any of these adventures or dreams that you thought were doubtful, now you can have optimism with that, because these are going to be, healed. All of this stuff is going to be healed. Yes, it is. It's like return to sender. It's like returning, just like, something in the post office. You just go, oh, that's not for me. That energy may have my name on it, but that's a scam or whatever. That's not for me. I'm just going to put it in the return to sender box. And literally, then nature handles it, because you have the stars and the sun in alignment here, ready to transmute that energy, which means the Eye of Ra, and you've also got your own star power, which means you're not powerless in this situation. These people are stuck in the Six of Pentacles. They're going to be forced to become beggars. Like, let me tell you that these people that were scorning you, making fun of you, and harassing you and bullying you and harassing your girlfriends and boyfriends and all of that shit, and your family members, they're going to be begging they're going to be beggars. They're going to go from riches to rags, literally. And they're going to be forced. These people will need you, is what I'm trying to say. They're going to need your forgiveness or need you in some type of way to get out of whatever they're into. And if this person was trying to steal your destiny or anything like that, it's a big F no. This Ace of Swords is God protecting you. And this Strength card coming out, God's protection is stronger than these people's witchcraft, okay? And they don't understand that, because they feel like they're working with gods, these underworld deities, that you, by them coming into contact with your energy, it's caused a resurrection for the both of you. Now it's a whole new situation that these people could have never anticipated. These people, if they wanted to really block you, they should have left you alone, because every time these people try to attack you, God protects you and blesses you even more and helps you out of whatever situation that they keep trying to put you in. And so these people are going to be begging for you to interact with them. I would stay away from them, because they still plan to set you up with the police. They're trying to do something actively to get you locked away so that they can have full access to your energy and to somebody else's energy around you. So that, these are people that like to break up happy homes. They like to break up marriages. These are the type of people that like to sleep with married people. They like to get other people to cheat on their spouses. They like to get people to gamble. They just are they're bad influences. Like they like to get people on substances and into addictions and shit like that. That's where these people thrive, like some MK Ultra bullshit. You know, they thrive on doing negative things to people, and they were allowed to get away with it until they did it to you. And now they're learning their own testimony with the Most High God because of they came for you. Again, the Seven of Swords, these people are seriously like running with knives. I don't recommend doing that. They're running and looking over their shoulder because they have to look backwards because they're being chased. Also, them running away from their responsibility and making the right choice is going to cause them to be in a disaster, like a complete total collapse of their life. This is all because you possess something that they will never own. They're carrying a 10 of wands. These people are going to be forced to carry their own cross. Their life is a continuous battle. You know, they never seem to get a break, and their heart's extremely heavy. If this person's heart was to be weighed by the feather, their heart would be immediately eaten by a mitt. And I think that that's kind of what's happening here with this Judgment card, is maybe they are being weighed. And these people are literally facing poverty, homelessness, jail, and death, and sickness and illness and disease, because they wanted to make a major turning point in your finances. They wanted to turn the tables on you so that everything that you were going to get would come to them, and it's a no. These people are going to realize that they should have never came for you. If they would have left you alone, then they would have, like, God would have continued to allow them to exist. But because they're not leaving you alone, these people are going to be tormented by those endless energies, the eldritch energies, and all sorts of other energies that are like literally here to teach people lessons. And it's not like teaching them a lesson like in a evil punishment way, but it's out of necessity because these people were never put in their place. You know what I mean? So much energy into others. Yeah. And again, they could just work on their own stuff and be successful. That's what these people don't realize, though. They can't really be successful working on their own. They don't have any creativity. They don't have any gifts. They don't have any swag. They don't have any skills. They don't have a star ability. This is why they're so pissed off at you, because what you have, you can make shit pop. You can make shit work. You can make it poppin'. You can make it popular. These people, they can't do that. They don't have the same pull. They don't have life experience as well. Their life experience is like literally surface level material possession type shit. And these people are definitely possessed. They're definitely not under the influence of the Holy Spirit acting like this. You know, when they start to get to going up against God and thinking that they can overpower the Most High, that's when people need to really be put in their place. Because it is an illusion. I would call it a delusion, but it's an illusion, you know, that these people will be able to pull wool over the Most High God's eyes, like metaphorically speaking. So this illusion is something that they're stuck with. They're stuck in this illusion. Maybe they were able to trick these underworld deities, but not for long. This King of Wands energy, this person wants to stick their wand in everything and everyone. Literally, you've had to defend yourself from this person because they would not stop coming for you with the Seven of Wands. You had to literally put your wand up and say, no, I'm going to return that energy back to you because it's not mine. And I'm not responsible for this shit. If it doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to me, right? Like point blank, period. Okay. And so you're not going to, you also, these people tried to challenge your authority without having any authority in the spirit. These people have no authority to challenge your authority, and they have no authority to challenge God. They also could be facing some type of lawsuit right now that they're losing. This could be like literally getting taken. They're about to go through so much negative karma. They could be taken to divorce court or child support court or whatever it is, or these people could literally have been making false reports and snitching on people that are innocent. Literally, they're going to have to contend to something here legally because, you know, that's karmically what's just going to happen to them. And God wants you to not get angry. I think that's what this major lesson is learning how, when people intentionally trigger you, not to get angry. Because, and that's kind of why Christ turned the other cheek, because he didn't want to give any type of reaction energy to these people, because that's what they thrive on. These people get an adrenaline rush when they stab that doll and they feel you get angry. When they say those spells and they feel you get upset. You know what I mean? They get some visceral feeling, literal feeling of adrenaline boosted through their system when they attack you. All right, God, let's get a conclusion. So yeah, like I said, if you have to defend yourself from these people, they will be put away permanently. They're going to lose whatever lawsuit they tried to open against you, and they're going to lose the support from the community. Yes. Yeah, you guys are unfazed by it. I'm so proud of you guys. 3 of Swords, sorrow and loss, arguments with a lover, marriage separation, incompatible lovers, cruelty, abuse, and separation causes emotional upheaval. Someone will betray them. They're capable of inflicting hurts, mistakes are made, accept their blame for the part. These people are about to be betrayed. Like I said, it gave me major Judas energy at the beginning. These people are Judases, and they're about to be stabbed in the back. Because Archangel Michael is showing up to defend you. And we know that when Archangel Michael shows up in a defensive way, that these people and their demonic source is going to get curb stomped out. Straight up. Whatever deity they've been working with. And the reason why you haven't fallen victim or prey to anything that they've been doing is because you hold this temperance energy within you. You could have a Sagittarius in your chart, highly aspect. You also have an Ace of Cups, which is overflowing love from the universe. That's why you're going to continue to be safe. This is like the Holy Grail energy. Intense friendships, loving family, joy, and inner peace. The beginning of a great love. Follow your heart and your instincts. Let your guard down and open your heart. Don't allow these people to make you feel like, don't hold grudges against them, because holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the poison to poison somebody else, but it actually poisons you. So forgive these people because it's not worth it holding on to a grudge. Release the anger and continue to love yourself and continue to connect with God. The police see the true about this person. They see the truth, the true. They see what's true about this person and what's not true. These officers of whatever part of whatever government thing, they definitely see who is in the upright and who's not. And so these people are about to experience, some type of home invasion or arrest. Like literally, they're probably going to jail. I feel like they are. This is because of your 4 of Pentacles. Like all because of what God has given you to bring to the earth. And so, yeah, I feel like these police officers are not going to stop. They're not going to stop coming for these individuals because of the amount of negative karma that's been dredged up. And this Knight of Swords energy, this very aggressive person that was trying to bring the hammer down on you, they're also facing judgment. So yeah, I do feel like these people, they are about to experience a major loss that's unavoidable. They're about to experience a major loss, and they're about to experience what it feels like to go through everything that you had to go through. They're going to feel every bit, every tear that you cried, every day you were stuck in bed with a headache or a mental thing going on, or effects from the voodoo doll. These people will experience themselves firsthand what it feels like to have voodoo and witchcraft done on them, and literally this is part of their karma and their punishment. Because if they don't go through what they put you through, how are they ever going to learn not to do this to other people? If they don't feel what it feels like, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. So Leah, I'm shutting down the reading. We're at 1 hour and 24 minutes, but read what's in the, what I've written in the chat. Okay. All right, you guys. Yeah, it's not fun. Exactly. It's not fun not being able to utilize all of your gifts and live comfortably. But know that that's starting to change. And pray for your girlfriend like 3 times a day. I'd be praying Psalm 91 for your girlfriend 3 times a day. Okay. Because she's under so much attack that you know, with this much amount of witchcraft being done on her, I don't feel like a good about it. I feel like Psalm 91 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Okay. And then again, and include like, God, I'm reading Psalm 91 for my girlfriend and for the witchcraft that she's under, because there's something that's being done literally to her 3 times a day. Okay. All right. I will pray for you guys. It's terrible and it's stupid, but you're going to make it through this and you're going to be much stronger for it. And, things will be better. And I pray that she makes it through this as well. All right, you guys. Peace be with you. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Please like this video. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed so that you know when I go live. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you. I'm sending you air hugs and lots of love. Peace be with you. I will see you in the next reading. You guys have a beautiful day. Happy Thursday. Bye, you guys.